Hi, this is Matt from Audio Plugin Deals. Today we're looking at the T-RackS bundle from IK Multimedia. Let's have a look at it. I'm sure many of you will be aware of T-RackS. It's one of the most ubiquitous plugin collections out there, and if you're in the audio world, then no doubt you've heard about it. Just to be clear though, on the bundle being offered, I have it on screen now. There are a couple versions, or several versions I should say. So the one currently on offer from Audio Plugin Deals is this one here. T-RackS 5 version 2. It is not the Max or not the Special Edition. It is this one in the middle right, which features 22 effects. And they are listed here, as you can see. On the left, you can see which ones are included, but I'll go through myself and show you which ones are included rather than just reading out this list. So essentially there are three ways to use T-RackS. One is with the Standalone app, which I have on screen right now. And that allows you to load in, down here on the left, you can load in your tracks, and then you can master each one of those with a dedicated plugin chain. So at the moment we currently have one loaded. Let's add a clipper to that. We can drop that here, and then that then becomes our mastering chain for this particular track. We can then render it out, we can do audio fades and edits and things like that. It's a really clean solution for mastering. And this might just be a personal preference as well, but I love having a dedicated mastering environment. Sure, you can do it in the DAW, that's fine, but when I'm in the DAW, I'm typically in creative mode or mixing mode. But then when I open a different app, for example T-RackS, then suddenly I'm in mastering mode. It's just a change in headspace really. So I'm going to close this and then go to the second way in which we can use T-RackS. And this might look familiar to you. It's exactly what we just had on screen. And that's basically the plugin rack without the mastering functions. So once again, it opens up with one here. We can add the black 76 at the end like that, or we can add, let's say, it doesn't really matter, let's say a de-esser just for demonstration purposes, like so. And then we have our complete plugin chain that's on one single plugin slot. So other than just being a really clean solution, it is incredibly flexible. So let's say, for example, well, I've put this one on snare. Let's say that after processing this, I really like the sound of this snare, and that's going to become my signature snare processing chain. Then I can take this entire plugin chain, I can save it as a preset, and then I can use it in every track going forward. Or a similar use might be for a mic chain, for example. So you can put an EQ on the mic. There is a mic room plugin here also. So a really clean and flexible solution. And then the third approach is to load up the plugins individually. So for example, we have other open. I'm just going to open up British channel just because it was there. And then we have the individual plugins loaded in isolation. So let's go through the plugins themselves and what you get. I have them categorized here in the same way that they are on the website. So as you can see, there's quite a lot offered, with the majority being in dynamics. But we get EQ as well. There's a metering suite, it's a channel strip, a mic room, and an imager. Let's go through them. We have Black 76, which is the 1176 comp, which sounds fantastic, especially with all buttons in mode. There's a brick wall limiter. There's the classic comp. This one has been around for years and years and years. The classic multiband limiter is a de-esser. Dynamo comp. And then we have one, which is a bit of a mastering processor. So you get transients, bit of analog flavor, got a bass punch there. We can increase the stereo width. We have an opto comp. We have a multiband compressor. So we compress these individual bands. We have the same, but for a limiter. We have the vintage compressor, 670. This has a really nice flavor as well. This sounds excellent. Then we have the LA2A, or the recreation of the LA2A limiter. So quite a lot in the dynamics section, as you can see. In the EQ, we have the classic EQ. Again, that's been there since, I think, one of the very early versions, if not the very first version. Then we have an amazing pultec emulation. And there is an amazing, what's called the pultec trick, which works wonders on bass. Then we have equal, which is a standard parametric EQ. We can add different bands in, like so. We have a linear phase EQ. Then we have Master Match. Master Match is a really good one. So if you have a track that you really like the EQ spectrum, then you can load that spectrum into Master Match, and then you can apply that spectrum to your track. So it's an instant way to get that radio-ready frequency curve. Harmonics, we have the classic clipper, which sounds awesome as well. We have the metering panel here, so quite fully featured with VU meters, oscilloscope, levels, and then panorama here. And then in the other section we have the channel strip, the mic room, which is really cool. So essentially what this does is you take what you currently have as a mic. So if you have, for example, let's say you own this one, Dynamic 57, you can change that signal from that mic to, well, we can do something strange. Like we can go to it's designed to change it to these specific models here, but you can get quite funky with it and change it to a telephone, for example. Moving on, we have the quad imager. So if you want to change the stereo spectrum in these 4 bands, you can move these bands obviously, you can change them. So if we want to increase the stereo width of the top end, like so. Conversely, if we want to pull it down on the bass, we can go like this. And then sweet as the end, which is the one I showed you right at the start, which is essentially the rack. Right, so let's have a quick play with them. Let's go to the master, and on the master, let's put where we want a limiter first. So let's put the brick wall limiter.
Here come, let me paraphrase. Foodie's eagle eyes. Your disguise.
Let's turn this down 0.5, around there will do. Now let's add a compressor before that. Let's go, which one? VC670, that sounds good. Let's play with the presets on this one. Pumping limit.
Take you up to paradise. Parasites.
Yeah, that's working.
Fix a paragaze. Here come, let me paraphrase. Foodie's eagle eyes. Your disguise. Dogs.
Maybe just tame a bit of that bass if we go back to the mix itself. And on the EQ, let's go with classic EQ.
Dines. Take you up to paradise. Parasites. Beats will make you paralyzed. Fix a paragaze. Here come, let me paraphrase. Foodie's eagle eyes. Your disguise. Dogs. Dines. Take you up to paradise. Parasites. Beats will make you paralyzed. Fix a paragaze. Here come, let me paraphrase. Foodie's eagle eyes. Your disguise. Dogs. Dines. Take you up to paradise.
And bypassed.
Parasites. Beats will make you paralyzed.
Let's turn the Vox off. Let's turn on one of the ARPs. And you can see all this low end here, so let's cut all of that out. Let's go here. Let's also do the same on the Vox as well, actually. Let's add a bit of saturation to that. Classic clipper, I think. Just to keep it under control. Bit of before and after. To the snare, let's go the white 2A. Just brings out that reverb tail. Do a bit of shelf to the hats. Let's copy this one, copy setting. Let's put this also on the duplicate hats. Paste setting. And we have that here. There we go, I could play for hours, but you get the picture. They sound excellent, and for the price that they're currently on offer for, frankly, I think that's a no-brainer for what you get. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.